Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe. And in today's video, I want to talk about something that's very different from what most of my videos usually are about. And if you've followed my channel or watched some of my videos, you've probably heard me mention several times in the past that I have some significant hearing issues. I've had several ear surgeries. My right eardrum has been reconstructed. My hearing bone has been removed and replaced with a prosthetic hearing bone, a little tiny piece of titanium. In recent years, like the last 2 years, my left ear, which used to be my good ear, it's kind of reverted and went the other way. My right ear's had all the work, and now that's sort of my better ear. Still not good, but better. My left ear is now my bad ear. And a couple weeks ago, I went back in to see my surgeon, and he put tubes back in my ears. And every time he puts tubes in my ears, it always helps, but they fall out quick. It's only been less than 3 weeks, and the tube in my left ear is already out again. So, but during that visit, I had asked him about whether he thought over-the-counter hearing aids would be appropriate for me. He's told me in the past, and my hearing results have shown that I'm a candidate for hearing aids. But being only 54 years old, I struggled with accepting the fact that I have to wear hearing aids. And so I'm coming to terms with it. And I started looking at over-the-counter hearing aids, and they're not as expensive as hearing aids that you'd get from an audiologist. However, they're still expensive. Some of them run $800, $1,000, $1,500 for some of the popular ones like Audion and Sennheiser is a brand that I know, Sony. So at my last appointment with my ear surgeon over at Mass Eye and Ear, he said, why don't you look at the Apple AirPods, the Pros? They have a hearing aid feature. And I love Apple products. I have a Mac, I have a MacBook Pro, I have an iPhone. I've been using Macs for forever. And I feel like Apple makes a good quality product. So I finally came to terms with it. And today I decided to go spend the $240. And I got them. Here they are. I'm not going to do, this isn't an unboxing. I'm not going to go through a step-by-step on how to set this up, but I'll just show you what comes in the box. You basically just get the box, you get the little manual here, you get the AirPods, AirPod Pros. So I have watched a few videos, quite a few videos before I bought these, and everything that I see on YouTube excuse me, is like a professionally produced video. They look like paid sponsored videos, and I couldn't find any reviews from anyone who has real hearing loss and who has real hearing issues that were using the Apple AirPod Pros for hearing aids. And so I thought that I would put some insight, and I've only had these things for an hour, so, take everything I say with a grain of salt. But I went through the setup process, and I thought it would be, they give you a couple options. You can do a hearing test within the, Apple's app. Apple has their own hearing test. Or you have the option to upload an audio graph. Let me see. I have one right here. Sorry about that. So I have this from my last hearing test, and it's a little over a year old. I had it done in 24. When was it done? Let me see. It was done on, where's the date? It was done in July 29th of 2024, so almost a year, about 11 months. And so it's a fairly recent hearing test, and I thought that because it was a professional hearing test, I should upload that one and try that first. And I have to say, I was kind of disappointed, and I was like, these things suck. They're not doing anything for me. I couldn't tell whether or not they were providing any sort of hearing improvement at all. And so I was ready to box these things back up and return them because, like my ear surgeon said, he said, just go buy them. You got a couple weeks or a month. You can try them out. And if you don't like it, what do you have to lose? Just return them and get your money back. So after uploading this test and trying them, I didn't feel like I got any improvement in my hearing. And I was like, these things suck. I'm going to box them back up and send them back. But then I was like, you know what? Let me try and do a hearing test. And I tried to do it here in my office, and I guess the ambient noise, it was probably the HVAC system or something, was interfering with the hearing test, and it wasn't allowing me to do it. I had to literally go sit in my closet and shut the door, and I had to do the hearing test in my closet in silence. But it worked, and oddly, it said that my left ear had, which I feel like is my worst ear, and according to my professional hearing test, my left ear is worse. But it said that it had little to no hearing loss, and my right ear had little to moderate hearing loss. So when I saw that, I was like, these results can't be right, But I tried it, and I put the AirPods on, and holy shit, I can hear. It's unbelievable. It amplified, and I had to tweak a few things in the app. Like I had to raise the amplification up slightly. I had to raise the treble up slightly. I had to raise the ambient noise reduction slightly from what Apple suggested. But wow, I can actually hear. It's phenomenal. I just want to put them on because I took them out to charge them because they didn't come fully charged. But I'm going to put them in because I can actually hear better with them. So I'm going to explain I just popped them in and I can immediately even just hear my own voice better. It amplifies my own voice. I no longer feel like I'm hearing underwater. Excuse me, I'm just getting over something. So I no longer feel like I'm hearing underwater. It's just boosting everything in just the right places. So again, I'm only doing this video. I'm trying to keep it short, and I'm not going through all the specifics. I'm only doing this video because I know there are people out there wondering if these are worthwhile. They're $240, man. They're worth a try, and there's a return policy. So if you have hearing issues and you're coming to terms with the fact that you may need hearing aids and you're not ready to step up into a real professional hearing aid, professionally tuned by an audiologist, and you just want to see if the over-the-counter hearing aids might help, try the Apple AirPods. Again, I've only had them for an hour, but if I couldn't tell, if there wasn't a night and day difference in the way I was hearing, I'd just return them because they wouldn't be worth it to me. But I can actually hear. I will say that I have to get used to wearing them because they feel like you're wearing AirPods. If you're someone who wears earbuds or AirPods regularly, it might not feel different to you, but for me, I feel like I have something in my ears. I know, or from what I read, professional hearing aids are really tiny and they go inside your ears and you can barely notice that you have them. But, if you're someone who just needs to wear them occasionally during conversations, or if you're in loud environments or whatever, I don't know. I'm still going to have to get used to this, but I think that these are going to work out for me. I promise you, in a month, I'm about to take a trip to Hawaii. I'm going to wear them for that entire trip, and I will come back and I will do a part 2 to this video series, or not series, but I'll do a part 2 to this video thing, and I'll give you an update and let you know how I feel after using them for a month or so. But my initial impressions are, wow, it's night and day. I can hear. Again, it's just, it could potentially be life-changing for me. So anyways, that's all I have to say. I promise you I'll do an update, and I hope that this helps anybody who might be thinking about trying them. So thanks again for watching my videos. Like and subscribe. I hope that I come back in a month and give you a really positive update. Thanks again. See you soon.